this morning, and it is nice to be back in Winnipeg after all these years. I want to start out by thanking Mark Chipman and David Thompson for their patience, their professionalism, their perseverance, and persistence. Mark has been pursuing the NHL, as you heard, for a number of years, quietly and obviously quite effectively. No doubt that this pursuit reflects the passion of our fans in Winnipeg. And while Mark has been working behind the scenes with us over the years, staying in touch, working the process, and keeping the lines of communication open, at the same time, the owners of the Atlanta Thrashers have been looking to sell their club. Over this period of time, no real local purchaser emerged, and ultimately Atlanta's ownership, which has made it clear that they want out, reached outside the Atlanta market. As is obvious by the fact that we're here today, True North and Atlantic Spirit early this morning reached an agreement that would bring the NHL back to the city. And when I say early this morning, I won't be telling tales out of school to tell you that we were, with others, were actually on a conference call at 4:30 this morning Eastern Time, and it wasn't done yet. This transaction and the club's relocation are, as Mark said, subject to the approval of the NHL Board of Governors, and it is our expectation that this matter will be on the June 21st meeting agenda. As we have said repeatedly, we don't like to move franchises, but sometimes, even if it's been 14 years since the last time we moved the franchise, sometimes we simply have no choice, as it was the case back in '96 when the Jets left Winnipeg. At that time, and for a variety of reasons we don't have to go into today, no one at that time simply wanted to own the Jets any longer in Winnipeg. To our fans in Atlanta, we are not happy about it leaving Atlanta. Please be assured it was never about whether Winnipeg is better than Atlanta. The decision to come to Winnipeg was made only after Atlanta's ownership made the decision that they were going to sell, even if it meant the club was going to leave Atlanta. So with that decision made, it is clear that times have changed for Winnipeg as an NHL market, and this is a wonderful time to add a club to Canada. Hockey in Canada has never been stronger. The NHL has a different economic system that allows these so-called smaller markets to compete. The NHL is coming off another season of record revenues in both Canada and the United States, and our prospects remain extraordinarily bright. This venue, the MTS Center, will be a fine, fine home for an NHL club, and there is the strength of the prospective ownership group. We now also, and perhaps this is the most poignant point, we get to be back in a place we wish we hadn't left in 1996. With this background, the best way for our fans here in Winnipeg to celebrate the opportunity is to buy season tickets. Selling season tickets, selling 13,000 season tickets, is the best message to send to the NHL Board of Governors before they meet on June 21st. And to be candid, this isn't going to work very well unless this building is sold out every night. There is no doubt that NHL hockey has tremendous support here, and we know we've had tremendous fans in Atlanta. The fans in both cities have been through a lot the past several weeks, and hopefully everyone is now in a position to move forward. I certainly will be happy to take questions later. I'm going to turn things over to Jim Ludlow. But again, thank you all for being here today.